We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'm gonna compel him to include women in the sequel. Work! Look
It's a bad time, baby.
Hey, what's up, guys? I was just listening to the Hamilton soundtrack. Do you think I'm more of an Angelica or an Eliza?
You strike me as more of a Peggy.
Peggy? No fucking way.
What makes you an Angelica?
I'm the oldest and the wittiest.
Okay. What makes you an Eliza?
You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind.
Okay.
You don't agree?
Except who you are, baby. You Peggy.
That's bullshit.
You've been listening to Hamilton a lot lately.
So, I really like it. You liked it too, if I recall.
I did like it. I even listened to it a few times, but No, never mind.
What were you going to say?
Something, but I thought better of it.
Seriously, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that even though I liked the Hamilton soundtrack, I hadn't been listening to it obsessively for weeks. But I decided not to say it, because I realized there's nothing wrong with you listening to it as much as you want.
Why did you not want to say that?
Because I didn't want to needlessly hurt your feelings. I'm an Eliza.
Whatever. So what are you guys up to?
We're here for the meeting, baby. We assumed that's what you were waiting for, too.
No, I didn't hear anything about any meeting. What meeting?
Jack MacPherson's calling everybody in to be vetted as his running mate.
Oh, right. Our friend Jack MacPherson, the alcoholic arsonist teddy bear and current vice president of the United States, apparently, is running for president.
That's some fine exposition. Summed it up real nice, baby.
Thank you. So what should we talk about until everyone else gets here?
Can we talk about how terrible the traffic is on the way up here?
Wilhelmina, hi. I didn't expect to see you until this weekend.
I was summoned by the Vice President.
You're being vetted too?
Does that surprise you?
A little. Not because you wouldn't be good. I just didn't expect Jack to think of you.
Perhaps he's hoping to court voters from a little further below the Mason-Dixon line.
Ah, the Southern strategy.
Well, a Southern strategy. The Southern strategy was to pander to racists.
Oh, like atheists on YouTube. So, was the Southern strategy part of the New South?
No, the New South is what they called it when Southern political leaders started pushing for desegregation and supporting the civil rights movement, so the South would no longer be associated with white supremacy.
How'd that go?
It's a work in progress.
So the New South isn't all about racism? I thought for sure it was.
You're thinking of the Old South.
No, it was a new something I was thinking of.
Neo-Confederate?
That must be it. They're those the South will rise again types, right?
Among other things, yes.
So, wait a minute, baby. If the Neo-Confederates get their way and the South does rise again, wouldn't that make that the New South?
I suppose one could call it that.
Then the old New South will be the Old South. And what would that make the Old South? The South 1.0?
Howdy, folks. Y'all here to be Jack's running mate, too?
Yes, in fact, we were just discussing why Wilhelmina being from the South would make her a good choice.
You bet it would. Me? Well, I guess if I get the job, it's 'cause he wants to put some experience on the ticket.
I know you old as shit, baby, but what experience you got?
Son, I've burrowed my way back and forth across this whole great nation of ours. What experience ain't I got?
You ever had a threesome?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, I would. That's why I asked.
All right. Well, yes. The answer's yes.
Who with?
It was a long time ago. No one you know. 2 other prairie dogs. Well, actually, I think the one was a gopher.
That's some hot-ass shit, baby.
So, okay, Prospector Jones is being considered for his experience, Wilhelmina for her Southern connections. What about you, Stuffy?
I assume because of my reputation in the community and my charity work.
Charity work?
The Mid-Atlantic Food Bank. We've been working overtime lately to help in the relief efforts for the families of the workers killed when that tunnel collapsed at the salt mine last week.
Oh, I heard about that. Wasn't that awful?
Yes. That's why we're helping. We at the Mid-Atlantic Food Bank.
Well, good for you and your friends at whatever it is. What about you, Toby Benson? Why would Jack consider you for his running mate?
Why would he not consider it, baby? I'm his confidant, his intimate friend, his partner in crime, literally and figuratively, and I'm already on his staff, making shit happen behind the scenes. I know which arms to twist and which necks to step on to get shit done, baby.
But will you still have time to do all of that alongside your duties as Vice President?
Sure, baby. As George H.W. Bush once said, the only duties of the vice president are having a pulse, breaking ties in the Senate, and inquiring daily as to the health of the president. I didn't know you had such a command of political quotations, Toby Benson. I'm impressed. Thank you. I'm not a one-dimensional cartoon character, you know, baby. Oh, I know.
You know, I have to say, I'm a little insulted. Jack is considering all of you to be his running mate, but he didn't even ask me.
Well, we know why that is.
Why?
Because you Peggy, baby.
It's all pointless anyway. Toby Benson is definitely going to be the pick.
Typical human logic. Thinking the most obvious conclusion has to be the correct one. Well, won't you be shocked when you find out who's actually getting the job?
You?
Is it you?
No, of course it isn't me. The mere thought of a husky running on the same ticket as a non-husky, and as the vice presidential candidate at that? Unbelievable!
So who is it, baby? It is I, Hans Krieger. Hans? You're Jack's running mate?
He's the perfect choice. An actor who will follow the script. Someone I can mold to suit my purposes. Our purposes.
But Hans, you ain't even an American.
Hey, racist!
No, I mean, if he's not a natural-born American citizen, he can't be vice president.
Well then, we'd better make sure everyone thinks he's a natural-born American citizen, hadn't we? Chief of Staff, do we still retain the services of the bloke who forged me birth certificate?
We sure do, baby.
Get him started on something for me running mate at once.
Jack, you have a forged birth certificate?
Well, of course I do. I could hardly have assumed the vice presidency if they knew I was born in Ireland, could I?
Actually, the whole how Jack became the vice president process is still pretty fuzzy. Don't worry about it, baby. All anyone needs to know is that as far as the United States government is concerned, Jack MacPherson was born in Belfast, Pennsylvania.
Where do you want to be born then?
I don't know. I was born in Basel. Is there a Basel in the United States?
Not that I know of. But Basel, Germany does have a sister city in the U.S.
Yeah, what is it?
Hagerstown!
How about Newport Beach? Whatever you say, baby. California dreaming. To erase the shame and disappointment that stares back at me every time I gaze into my mother's eyes. This is my California dream.
Is that going to be the theme of your convention speech?
We'll work on it.
Angelica! Eliza! Steve.
And Peggy.
The Schuyler Sisters.
We hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, like, share, subscribe, and help us make more of these kinds of things by going to patreon.com/Steve Shives. Thanks for watching. See you next time.